1408. 1408 is one of my favorite horror movies simply because of one thing. It is so much different from what was the norm when it came out. This movie came out in 2007, back when the Saw movies were the annual horror fest for every gore fan out there. Unfortunately, it was a relatively bad time for all of us who preferred the classic type of horror movie. The ones that scare you with their suspense and tension other than with graphic violence. And dare I say, this is probably the best PG-13 horror out there. For German viewers watching, this equals rated 16, which means that the movie can be watched by a person that's 16 or older. So, I usually hate PG-13 movies, because they always underplay what they try to do. But this rating surprisingly works with 1408, and this may be one of the very few exceptions where this is the case. Alright, so what is the plot? It's a relatively basic plot, I have to say. It basically is about the character of Mike Enslin, who's known as an author who wrote a whole bunch of novels, but he got little recognition for that. So what he tries to do at this point is he goes to places that are supposedly haunted and writes a book about it while he's there, come up with a story to go with the theme of whatever place he goes to. Of course, those stories are not a big success either, but they keep him afloat. So one day he gets a postcard that tells him, do not go into 1408. With the address or a hint about the place where this is. So he looks up 1408 and finds out it's the Dolphin Hotel in New York. So, with 1408, they mean the room 1408, so of course he wants to go there, and everybody tries their best to keep him from getting into that room. It really is weird. It's like all the haunting that is going on is taken so seriously, they really don't want him to be there. The hotel manager, Gerald Olin, is played by Samuel L. Jackson. And I think that he made a good job in this movie. Samuel L. Jackson is probably my favorite black actor, because I don't know, there's just something about him. He can be badass. He can be a very stern character too. It's very interesting. Now, I think that he and John Cusack did well when they were together, even though they don't share too many scenes together. But it's just right. So what happens? Enslin gets into the room anyway, being persistent about doing this. He just wants to stay for one night, so he thinks, what can happen in one night? All hell breaks loose. This haunting is serious. I'm not going to give anything away because that would be wrong. But I just say this is a classic horror that I recommend. Despite the PG-13 rating, I would call it one of my favorite horror movies, which is surprising. What saves this movie is John Cusack, who does an excellent acting job in my opinion. The whole visual style of the movie, in my opinion, felt very, what's the word? Immersive. And it's just an altogether simple horror flick. I didn't even expect much when I saw it, but it blew me away. I really love this movie. So, here's my recommendation. Go see it if you can. Now, this movie has been out for a while. As I said, it's from 2007, so you probably have to go with either a rental DVD store, or Blu-ray if there's such a thing yet. I don't know. Or you just get the movie directly on Blu-ray or DVD. It shouldn't be too hard to get. I personally am very proud to own the steelbook version of the DVD, which just looks beautiful in my opinion. And I can recommend it. There's two endings to this movie. I don't know if your DVD or Blu-ray will have the alternate ending, but I'm curious as to which one you like more. I'm not going to give anything away though. So what's the verdict? A 10 out of 10. I love this movie. It's based on yet another horror story by Stephen King, and it definitely has its style. But it's, in my opinion, so much better than some of the other adaptations that were made from his novels, like It. I hated that movie, or The Langoliers. Those movies are horrible. This one is pretty good. Check it out.